Hello there, I'm here to tell you about this unique building called SWEEP and how it's helping us preserve our environment. It's a funny word, SWEEP, isn't it? S-W-E-E-P. This is what it stands for: Specialist Waste Electrical and Electronic Equipment Processor. And it recycles, and don't you laugh, it recycles our WEEE, Waste Electrical Electronic Equipment. Phew, that was a mouthful, but I'll tell you what, it's an excellent way of dealing with a lot of the world's waste. And here, with this SWEEP, at Sittingbourne in Kent, you've got one of the very best processors for dealing with our WEEE that there is.
Do you realise just how many appliances we have in the home and how much we all rely on them? But sometimes they break down, don't they? This is Amy and friends getting ready to go out. But her hairdryer is about to go wrong, along with other gadgets in the house. Oh dear.
No, maybe it's something in here. I think we should get a new one.
Annoying, isn't it, when they don't work?
Dad, the toaster's broken!
Oh dear.
Dad, the kettle's not working.
Oh dear.
Dad, the screen's broken.
Oh dear. So, what should we do with our appliances when they don't work anymore? Do they go out with the waste?
Okay guys, let's get rid of all this broken stuff.
Or do we put them in the recycling bin with all the plastics, cardboard and paper? The answer to both is a big no. And I'll tell you why in a moment. This is where the appliances end up if we do chuck them out with the waste. They're dumped in landfill sites where they rot and cause pollution through toxic chemicals such as mercury that comes from batteries and capacitors. Thousands of tons of electronic and electrical equipment is dumped in landfill every week. What a waste! But things are changing for the better. European regulations mean we're no longer allowed to put our WEEE out with the waste. And remember what WEEE stands for? Waste Electrical and Electronic Equipment.
Well, of course it makes perfect sense. I've grown up in an age where we're so used to throwing everything away, but we've got to learn to recycle stuff now, and this is a perfect opportunity to do that.
The important thing is that you don't put them in the wheelie bin, but you take them down to be reprocessed.
So, our WEEE has all got to be recycled properly at our local civic amenity site, known as the TIP. We should never put our WEEE into either the waste or the recyclables wheelie bins. Being good recyclers means we can all contribute to protecting our environment. It means we have got to make that special journey to the tip, but it is for a really good cause. And more people are now recycling the proper way. This is one civic amenity site just outside Sittingbourne. See how many people are bringing in their WEEE? It is much better than putting it into landfill, isn't it? Here are some facts and figures for you. The UK produces about 1.75 million tonnes of WEEE every year. But only a quarter is being properly recycled. Not very good, are we? And we're worst at disposing of our small domestic appliances, like hairdryers, toasters and kettles. We produce 500,000 tonnes of small WEEE every year, but only around 70,000 tonnes is being properly recycled. That's only 13%. So, we've all got to work much harder to increase that figure.
We brought 2 kettles, both which were dysfunctional, and rather than just throw them in the bin, we thought we'd better bring along to the right facilities to make sure they're broken down.
I brought a microwave today. I didn't stick it in the wheelie bin, principally because I was clearing the whole flat and it deserved to go in the recycling.
At least I feel bringing it here, it's going to not go into landfill, I guess, that they're going to crush it down and use it properly.
This is the important point to remember. Instead of letting our WEEE go to landfill, we need to take it to the special skips at our local tip. From here, it's sent on to recycling centres like Sweep. Sweep's currently processing around 1,400 tonnes of WEEE every month. Look what we've spotted, Amy's old hairdryer. From the home to the tip to Sweep, the perfect way to recycle. Sweep really is an amazing place. Nearly everything that comes in comes out again. 97% is recycled. Even really big items like washing machines go up the conveyor into Sweep's WEEE machine. It's like a kind of giant food processor. Inside, everything is smashed together so hard it disintegrates. And when it comes out the other end, conveyor belts transport all the different bits of material through various sorting processes. Steel, aluminium, copper, precious metals like gold, silver and platinum, glass, and of course lots of plastic. It's all done with the help of magnets and devices called eddy currents. And there are teams of pickers to help make sure everything else is sorted properly into large skips. And to think all this so-called waste used to end up in landfill.
It's quite frightening to see how much waste electronics actually comes into Sweep right now, and when you think a matter of years ago this would have all been going to landfill.
Sweep also recycles our old televisions. You'll never guess how many every month. 55,000. Amazing. Reusing materials from our waste stream has got to be better than using up more of the world's natural resources. Some are already beginning to run out. The time has come to stop extracting so many materials from the earth. Instead, we must reuse what we already have.
I really think this is contributing and putting something back. And I think if we don't address the issues we've got with waste and landfill and generally, we're sunkers in it as a planet. So here's my little bit. It's not much, but it's a little bit.
One of the country's top politicians, David Cameron, has had a tour of Sweep. He wants us all to recycle as much as we can.
This is a great business, it's good for the environment, it's good, it employs local people, it's doing something that's extremely worthwhile.
Better recycling means there's less landfill, fewer carbon emissions and less depletion of the world's minerals. So, when we buy new appliances, we should always recycle the old ones at the tip. It's much, much better for our planet.
Well, it's important that we recycle everything because the world's in a bad way at the moment, so we need to sort of make it a bit better, and so that kids can grow up and other kids can grow up and it will just stay the same instead of getting worse.
But recycling centres like Sweep can only recycle what we give them. So the more we take to the tip, the more we can get back out of our electrical and electronic waste. Today's old kettles, toasters, food mixers, drills and other appliances can be turned into tomorrow's new raw materials, like steel, aluminium, copper and other important metals, along with all the many different types of wire, plastic and glass. Remember, Amy's broken hairdryer could be part of her next new computer. If we all recycle properly, we can all help to protect our planet.
So, what we've seen has been the fantastic recycling qualities of Sweep. We've got to sweep out all the old bad habits of dealing with our waste and sweep in the good habits. That way we can far better preserve our environment now and for the future.